This is a quick introduction to adding documents into sentencing guidelines for an iPad. So from our My Documents window, just click on My Documents. We can see there's no documents available inside that screen. So to actually add documents, we need to go to Apple iTunes on your PC or Mac. First, you must select the device. So you've probably got one device selected. In this case, I've got a couple of iPads. Having selected the iPad I wish to update, we click on the Apps tab, the Apps menu. So you're now looking at the iPad. We're scrolling down, and we're going to click on Sent Guides. And you can see we've got 3 folders: Adult, Family, Youth. They're empty until you start to move stuff around inside the application. So I want to add some resources into my documents. I'm going to click the Add button. I'm going to go into a folder containing my assets, and I'm going to add all of these documents into my iPad. I'm just going to, at that point, select these by hand. Just open those first. That's done some of them. Then let's do the other set here. Okay, so that's now added all of those documents into the iPad. Actually, there's one there, the Senior Presiding Judge's letter about the use of IT in court. I don't actually need, so I'm going to press, on a PC, I'll press the delete key. On a Mac, I'll press the backspace key, and that'll delete that from my iPad. Okay, so that's all done. I can click Done on iTunes. I can go back to my iPad. And if I hit the refresh button, this is the button at the top, we can then see all the items redisplayed. So these are resources that I use in court. I've got a probation program form. Just one last thing we could do. If we just go back to iTunes, go back to my device, select Sentencing Guidelines. Let's just re-add. You might have noticed we had a zip file, which was my list of motoring favorites. Let's just re-add that into the application. So that's now added. Let's go back to our iPad. I can now go to the Favorites tab. I could clear all my favorites from a previous court session, and I could import that motoring file. And I've now got a list of my standard motoring court ready for my next MCA appearance. And just finally, back on My Documents, if we click the Edit button, we get a list of delete options, so I could delete items that are perhaps out of date or not required. So click the symbol, then click the Delete button. And finally, I can always also move stuff down into Adult or down into Youth if it's appropriate. So that's one way to structure your My Documents across all the different courts you work in for My Documents.